Welcome, gas-powered, vibrating dildos to Geek Salad's Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike, and don't threaten me with a good time.
And tonight we are continuing our conversation from the files of Police Squad as we talk about the sequel to The Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear.
Yes.
So I'm just going to come right out and say it. This movie is nowhere near as good as the first one. But it still has its charms.
Yes, it is still a funny movie.
Yeah.
You can count on one hand the amount of comedy sequels that match or even surpass the first one.
Right, and this is certainly not one of them. In fact, we were having this conversation yesterday. I feel like Zaz really only had one sequel that surpassed the original, and that was Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah.
And this one is fine. It's there's a lot of good laughs in it.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of stuff that we still kind of carry into our regular conversation.
Yeah.
The I love it comes up a lot.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you speak French, Mr. Drebin? No, but I certainly kiss that way.
Is this a bust? Yes, it's very nice.
It's very nice. This is a weird one too, because with the success of the first movie, I feel like the pacing of this is about on par with the original. Just in the overall joke, I think the issue of what diminishes this in terms of the original, and then we're talking Zaz movies here. Everything is going to have to stand in comparison to Airplane.
Yeah.
That this movie sometimes doesn't let a joke die fast enough. That opening scene that is the worst makeup job I think I've ever seen on a celebrity impersonator ever. The George Bush makeup looked terrible.
Yeah, and
Barbara Bush just looked like Queen Elizabeth from the first movie.
Yeah, especially in HD.
Oh.
It would have looked a whole lot better if they'd gotten Dana Carvey in.
Yeah, it would have, because it seems like the impersonator that they got was trying to be Dana Carvey, the 1,000 Points of Light thing.
Yeah.
Towards the end, it's just, and then the stuff with Frank and the food, we get it. You're a bumbling nincompoop. But that just went on forever.
It's weird, like the first one, the opening scene with him taking out all those terrorist leaders.
Yeah.
It was very much Reagan's America 80s, but even if you don't know who they all are, you got the impression that, okay, they're terrorists and he's taking them out. This one, this is solidly setting it in the 90s with George Bush Sr., and there is no... This carbon dates the whole movie right here.
Right, exactly. The other thing, too, is that I feel like for the stinger, it shouldn't be setting up the plot.
No.
And that's the thing, is that the first movie, even though Pap Schmear was in that scene, it didn't set up the movie the way that with this one, you've got, oil, nuclear, and is it coal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, what was it? The Society for More Coal Energy?
Smoke.
It's not smoke. It's SMOS.
SMOS. Yeah. Well.
So I just noticed.
You took that note.
I noticed it for the first time. This time, I'm like, wait, no, it's not smoke. It's SMOS.
Right.
Unless you spell coal with a K.
And I think maybe that's kind of the flaw with this movie, is that there are far too many scenes that just go on way too long.
Actually, that the whole plot of the plot of the first one is kind of generic. You can the 80s, 90s, whatever. This one, again, sets it very solidly in the 90s. Now everyone knows that solar energy, wind power, those are not controversial or niche power anymore.
And the crazy thing too, and allow me to put my political historian hat on here. HW would have never
No.
consulted with Dr. Mannheim, not
No.
once. This is the guy who complained that because of conservation purposes, we were going to be elbow deep in like horned owls, and that was going to take away American jobs. So it's like,
yeah, no way would he listen to Uncle Dursley.
No, is that guy ever thin?
I watched it this time. Like, wait a second. Wow, Uncle Dursley, really?
See, I had known that it was Uncle, it was Uncle Vernon Dursley because it had because I remember him from Naked Gun, and then every time I saw him in something, oh, that's Dr. Mannheim.
Yeah.
So when the Harry Potter movies came out, he was Dr. Mannheim to me. So.
Hey, see, I would have liked Vernon Dursley a lot more if he'd played Guantanamera.
That was a weird. That was, it was kind of fun. I just, and anything that lets the camera linger on OJ for too long instantly ages this in the worst possible way.
Yeah, they definitely gave him a lot more to do in this one than they did in the last one.
They did. I mean, it's not second billing type of screen presence.
Yeah.
But there's a lot there. And I thought we would just kind of be rid of him after he gets stuck onto that bus going to Detroit. By the way, nice callback with that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll get Nora Gordon to come over here. What do you mean it's in Detroit?
I love that bit. That was a really good bit.
Yeah.
And, there were funny moments with OJ. It's really weird to say that for a sentence, but
yeah. And going back to scenes that went on too long, the love scene. It was like, so it was a long scene, and again, it immediately dates itself by using the ghost reference.
Yeah.
I would have rather they just stuck with all the stock footage.
Yes.
Because that's funny.
Yeah,
that will never not be funny.
Yeah, that was funny back when Monty Python used it.
Right. But they could have still used Unchained Melody, but because they wanted to do the ghost thing. And that I don't remember it so much with the first movie, but with the second one, and then with the third movie.
I haven't watched the third movie in a while. I know you've seen it recently, but
I had to jump on it because I'm going to be hella busy next week.
Yeah.
But it relies too much on, I'm just going to say, pop culture references because it's not just movies.
Yeah.
I did like, what's that?
That kind of is the Zaz way. The longer the franchise goes on, the more it just digs into pop culture instead of
right. But it's funny because there are references in Airplane.
Yes.
And I'm sure most people don't know who Anita Bryant is, but the fact that apparently she was making that woman sick after seeing her concert, which
from what I've heard of Anita Bryant, that's
somebody.
Yeah, from what I've heard of Anita Bryant, that's actually pretty common.
Right. That what's one of the other jokes that they use in Airplane that just
he never asked for a second cup of coffee at home.
Right. That so there were those tiny little bits, but for the most part it played the comedy well without lingering on it. Whereas something like the Unchained Melody scene, was that?
And even those bits, even if you didn't know the specific reference, you kind of got the gist of the joke.
Right.
With like the Unchained Melody, you're like, why are they making pottery? I don't get it.
You would have had to have seen Ghost in order to get that, because that is the signature scene of Ghost.
Yeah, exactly.
But some of the other stuff that I enjoyed the thing with the fight in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moment when they accidentally open the curtain and they both pause,
Yeah.
and then he just kind of like lingers on it. Aww.
But they repeated a joke I really loved from the first movie that I didn't mention last week, where he throws the towel at Frank, and he's
Oh
just
yeah. I will also say, like, I mean, Robert Goulet is a fine villain, but he's definitely a step down from Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, well, if you are able to find the poster, and that's actually our YouTube title. If you're able to zoom in on Robert Goulet, it says below it, because we couldn't afford Wayne Newton.
Still, both Ricardo Montalban and Robert Goulet are sadly better than Fred Ward.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Fred Ward, but not
the thing
that
with
well.
Goulet like had that charm.
Yes.
Always wearing the tux, always buttoned down. The mustache really underlines his evil, which works really, really well.
Yeah. And another thing I noticed about this one versus the first one is that the first one, it seemed like everyone like knew about the joke, but they weren't in on the joke. Like when the joke happened, they accepted it, but they weren't in on it.
Right.
It was just basically Frank that everything kind of revolved around. Here, seems like everyone kind of gets in on the joke, and I don't know, spreading it makes it a little bit too thin, I think.
They wanted to give more for Ed and Nordberg to do. And I really do enjoy George Kennedy in these.
Yes.
Because he does play a perfect straight man to Frank, who is supposed to be the straight man.
Yeah.
That is at Leslie Nielsen's peak, that is what he was great at, was being the straight man in slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
That's why Dr. Emelach works so well. Priscilla Presley is just kind of doing the same thing.
I don't think she has as many funny bits as the first one.
No.
But she's still, like, when she does a funny bit, I find it funny.
So. Yeah, I honestly, her funniest scene wasn't something she did. It was when she was talking to the sketch artist.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like drawing like these really salacious pictures of her. That was.
And I mean, the whole bit in the restaurant, the restaurant scene is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take a Black Russian.
Yeah, it's the sad sack bar was a great little bit.
Play it, Sam. Ding dong, which is that?
Yeah, it's just. I mean, this is a tough one to talk about because it's a fun watch. It's available on YouTube. It's available on Pluto.
Yeah.
I think it's also available on Paramount Plus.
Yes, it is.
But it's just like, I mean, there's no way we can talk about this to the lengths that we talked about The Naked Gun.
No, and yeah, it's really the law of diminishing returns with, like, this one. How much did this one make versus the first one? I wonder.
I'm looking that up right now.
This one made $192 on a $23 million budget.
All right.
How much did the first one make?
Naked Gun.
First one made $152 on a $14 million budget. So,
all right, is that worldwide or domestic?
It's Wikipedia, so I don't know.
So yeah, and I think we were beyond the point. We weren't at the point where we were calculating worldwide.
Yeah.
So 152 versus what for 2.5?
192. So it did make about 40 million more,
but
it cost about 10 million more to make. All so right. Definitely it did. The trajectory was going up, but quality was going down. And I just took a peek at the third one.
Yeah,
they stopped it at the right spot.
Yeah,
if they tried to go for another one, it would not have worked at all.
Right. Right. I mean, fortunately, these movies don't cost a lot to make, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember this is 92 or 91,
91.
right?
Yeah.
91, right. There weren't a lot of comedies out. There were some comedies out, but this was a chock-full year for movies in general, just tentpole movies. So
Yeah.
I would consider Naked Gun to be one because it is a anticipated sequel of a hit comedy movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I would not argue that point.
Right. I'm actually going to take a look to see what it was up against that week.
And yeah, and it took them 3 years to make each one of these movies.
Yeah.
that would never happen now. Now they'd be trying to rush these out, and like within one,
Right.
maybe 2 years most.
So it did top the box office, beating Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And then looking at Box Office Mojo.
Okay, that's an interesting question. Which is the better movie, this one or Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
I can watch this one without making snide comments the entire time. I guess that's a.
Which, given you, that says a lot.
Yeah. We just watched Dances with Wolves last week, and
why?
This is well because they wanted to watch a Western, and this was me during the entire movie. Holding my tongue.
White savior, white savior, white savior. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've got much more to say about this one. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. This is a fun movie. I remember this was also one that we rented a lot.
Yes.
The movies of 1991 in general, I think I had more repeat rentals for so many of these movies. This and Soap Dish, I think, were like the two top comedies that I rented again and again and again.
Ironically, I've never seen Soap Dish, but from what I think I recall of it, it's actually not that far off from a comedy from this one. Very kind of similar style, isn't it?
And it's not as parodistic and slapstick.
Oh.
It plays the story straight, but it does put them into ridiculous situations. It's the thing with Soap Dish, I really think we need to review this movie at some point, is its writing. Its writing is sharp, it's very witty, and it makes excellent use of an ensemble cast.
Oh, I think I might be thinking about Soap.
Oh yeah, Soap was more. Well, Soap was like a parody of a soap opera. Soap Dish is the look behind the scenes of the comings and goings on at a soap opera.
Oh, okay.
It's quite honestly one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I love it.
Oh wow,
I love it.
Oh, that would be me. I've been swimming in raw sewage. I love it.
I love it. The sign behind him was great, though. Raw sewage, for the love of God, don't swim here.
When he goes over the boat, it's like, water's on the other side, Frank. Yeah. So yeah, there are, you know what? There are enough laughs in this movie to make it worthwhile watching.
No, I agree with that. I agree. It's one of those movies that, for anybody who enjoys The Naked Gun, you haven't seen 2.5, it's definitely worth a viewing. I do feel, though, like if I were ranking Zaz movies, I would say that maybe the Hot Shots movies are actually better than the Naked Gun movies. Just in general.
I'd probably go Airplane, obviously number one.
Yeah.
Then I'd put the first Naked Gun. Then I put the Hot Shots Part 2. Then Hot Shots. Then Naked Gun 2.5.
Okay, I can see that.
And there we have one of the we actually worked out like there were like 4 comedy sequels that we could think of where the
that are better than the original.
Sequel was better than the original, yeah.
Yeah. Hot Shots Part 2, Addams Family Values, 22 Jump Street, and a very Brady sequel. Good luck finding that one.
Yeah. If you can come up with any others, please let us know.
Well, it sounds to me like we're wrapping up anyway. Good transition. So, yeah, let us know in the comments. Leave that point comment below. Is there a comedy sequel that surpasses its original outside of the 4 that we already mentioned? Okay,
Yeah.
leave the polite comment below. Also, we want to know, what are your thoughts on Naked Gun 2.5? Where does this kind of not only stack within your Zaz rankings, but also, I mean, how far apart would you rank From the Files of the Police Squad and The Smell of Fear? I'm genuinely curious. If we're talking a star rating, are we taking a half star away? Are we taking a full star away?
Actually, that's a good question. What would you rate?
All right. I would rate this one a solid 3 stars.
And the first one was
the
4?
Naked Gun 4.
Okay. I would not disagree with that, actually. I think that's a pretty good rating.
Yeah, it's just there isn't enough to make it. There's enough there to make it a worthy successor.
Yes.
But not enough to hold it aloft in the same breath.
Right. If this was the very first Naked Gun movie,
we'd be having this conversation about why is Files of the Police Squad better than this one.
Yeah. Yeah. If this was the very first one, yeah, if this was the first one, I don't think we're talking a franchise.
Yeah, no. Mel and the dog agrees. So anyway, yeah. So let us know in the comments, where would you stack this? What is your star rating for this one versus the original? Also, don't forget, you know the deal. This is YouTube. I don't have to tell you. Subscribe, thumbs up, yada yada yada. Drop a review on iTunes, because that's really all that counts. Social media, we are on Facebook at Geek Salad Podcast and on Blue Sky at Geek Salad Radio. Mike and I also host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You can check that out wherever you get your podcast. We just recently uploaded our bright spots of 2025. I've gotten quite a bit of condolences over that episode, over my tale.
Oh yes, that episode. Yes, your revelation.
Yeah, and I will bring it up also on the next time we record. But I really apologize. If you want to know how stressed my lungs are, listen to me breathe on that podcast. And I'm 6 months out, and I'm still like, so.
Well, yeah, I think you sound fine to me, buddy.
I appreciate. Well, I don't have a microphone 2 inches away from my mouth either. So
yeah.
Anyway, folks, subscribe. Make sure you are checking out the entire archive of retro movie reviews. We do this every week, which is incredible because I'm a busy man now. So check those out. And until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
Go forth and be nerdful. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.